Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Um, so as I'm sure, sorry guys, I have my daughter off to the side asleep in her car seat right now. We just got home. Um, as I've explained before to you guys, I've had 7 miscarriages and a stillbirth before we got our lovely, wonderful baby girl, who is 8 months old now, by the way. But a couple of weeks ago, took a pregnancy test and it came out positive. Um, at first, I was a little not unhappy. I'll never be unhappy about a pregnancy after what we've been through. I guess more shocked and stunned would be a better way to explain it. But then, as I would test every day, the tests started to get lighter. And with my history, I know that that means impending doom, impending miscarriage. So I was preparing myself for that. I started to feel the symptoms of the miscarriage, the pain, the cramping, things like that. So anyways, today I am going to test to see if the line has gotten lighter or if this baby is fighting back, trying to stay with us. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you can, subscribe, give a thumbs up. Tried to move a bed a week ago and fractured my wrist. But anyway, that's a me thing. That's a regular basis. I'm very clumsy. But anyway, so without further ado, we are going to test. Okay. I'm putting the P on the test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I don't know if I can turn this around for you guys. Alright, well anyways, it's running. So we will let that run and cover it up and wait 3 minutes. The reason why miscarriages are so tough for me is because my body doesn't typically finish the miscarriage. It doesn't get the signal per se that it isn't a viable pregnancy, so it doesn't dispose of the baby, I guess, the embryo. So I end up having to have what's called a D&C and have it removed, or I end up having to take what's called Cytotec, and that basically kind of forces your body to expel what's left. Fortunately, I've only had to have 1 D&C. So, but I have hemorrhaged before during a miscarriage. So it's a typical miscarriage for any other woman would be, you know, the heavy bleeding, you know, for about a week, and life moves on, physically anyway. It's an emotional scar that you never quite heal from, but mine leaves physical scars when I miscarry or if I don't have viable pregnancies. So that's why it's a little bit more of a struggle for me and my family, but everything that's meant to be will be, and I believe in that. I have to, or else our daughter would have never gotten here, guys, so that's something to think about. I want to look and see if it's still dark. Now, keep in mind, this is not first morning urine either. But the first one that I took was not first morning either. And it was actually very dark. And then the few that it had started to lighten, excuse me, those were actually first morning. So it's kind of just acting all crazy and backwards and not making much sense. So I'm just trying to get a clearer picture of what's going on with my body and with this baby before I go to a doctor. It's just, for me, I handle miscarriages and non-viable pregnancies better if I can prepare myself for that news, because I've been through it so many times. If I can prepare myself, it doesn't sting quite as bad. So that's why, if you're wondering, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, why haven't you just gone to the doctor? There's a reason for that. There's a reason. They've actually gotten to a point where they will tell me, give it a week or two, what this process looks like, and what the process of a non-viable pregnancy looks like. Trust your judgment, listen to your body, and when you're ready to come into us and then we're here. And I appreciate that. They do respect the fact that I do know my body, and I have been through this so many times that I can pretty much tell you what's going on when it's going on. I could probably go be an OB at this point. All right, guys, we're going to check out this test and see what it's doing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Okay. So this is not first morning urine, and I had it turned backwards. And the tests that I usually use are the cheapy 88-cent ones from Walmart, the little purple ones. So this is a different brand. This one was from Family Dollar, I believe, but same deal. So on the purple ones, on the Walmart ones, the T line comes first and then the control line. But on these, it's the opposite. So the faint line I thought was the T line, but it was not. It was actually the control line. So that T line is actually, it's pretty bold, guys. It's definitely make it center. It's definitely bold. Yeah, but you can definitely see the one on the left is much darker than the one on the left or the right. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead. I do have some of the Walmart ones. I think I'm going to try one. I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go get one. Hold on. 1 second, guys. Okay, so these are the ones that I typically use, and you can see you can see where they're backwards, where they're kind of different. So anyways, we're gonna do this really quick just to see and compare to what we come up with here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always do an extra drop from what it tells you to do, just to get a really good, clear answer. But anyways, it's running across there, and I will cover that up and wait. But yeah, you guys can see what I mean and why I'm so confused at this point. I don't know what's going on. I was having some extreme fatigue. Guys, I'm talking like can't get out of bed for an entire week straight fatigue. Could not function. I'm not one to nap when my daughter naps, when our baby naps. I'm that mom that rips the house apart and cleans it when my child's asleep. And I have been, every nap she has taken for the past week, I have slept with her. I've gotten up to sweep or mop or do anything of that nature and I throw up, or I get so lightheaded and nauseous that it's just unbearable. Usually when it's that severe, and what would be this early on, is that big, huge red flag for my body. Not for everyone else. I can't speak for anyone else, but for my body, that's a big red flag, and that tells me that it's probably a non-viable pregnancy and that it's my body responding to that. That, hey, something's not right here, and it makes me very physically sick. So to where I just don't feel healthy. It doesn't feel like pregnancy ick. It feels like you're unhealthy, something's wrong. But it's actually started to lighten up now. And if I eat, it will go away. So I'm thinking maybe this little one is fighting to stay here. I'm not sure what's going on right now. I'm trying to prepare myself, and I don't know what to prepare myself for at this point. So we'll see what this test says. And I'll be going to the doctor soon, obviously, because I'm just not sure what's going on, guys. But I'm going to check it now. And if you hear like banging and meowing in the background, it's my obnoxious cats. They're just being defiant right now, so just ignore it. My child is asleep. Okay, here we go. I don't think it's done yet, you guys. I'm going to let that run for just another minute. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing that I can do about it, and I can't change whatever outcome may be. So I'm just gonna do the best I can. Sorry, my neighbor came home. Do the best I can, take the tests, and see where it goes and what happens, and that's all I can do. But this is what this one is looking like at this point. I don't know if you can see that. See if I put it up against my black shirt. No, it's not helping. Terrible camera quality, guys. It's on my phone, so. But yeah, I mean, that T-line is pretty dark. So that one's looking pretty good. This one, the one I just took still looked kind of dewy, like it was still processing, so I don't want to pick it up yet. Yeah, see, that one is lighter. That one's lighter. And this one, the control line is definitely darker than the T line. So I guess you can see why I'm so confused, why I'm not sure what's going on at this point. It's so frustrating, guys. Anyone who has infertility issues or pregnancy loss, infant loss, anything like that can probably relate to what I'm going through. Just the uncertainty of what our bodies are going to do. At the end of the day, we can't control it, we can't stop it, and it's very difficult. It's very hard. So all of you out there who go through this kind of process just like I do, and these hard times, and you know, the confusion and the unknown, and the unknown is scary, guys. Sometimes the unknown can be scarier than the known. It's just difficult to know that I have a life I have a child inside of me, and I don't know the status of that child, and that's hard. That's really hard. There's a lot going on in my world lately. I've been really focused on our daughter. I can fill you guys in on that process here in just a second. But yeah, guys, this one is much, much lighter. This is sort of what I was talking about when I say I'm just so utterly confused. Because as you saw on this one, this T-line, guys, is way darker than the control line. Actually, it's even on the camera is not coming across as to how much lighter the C-line is to the control. I'm trying to find a better way to get but yeah, you get the point. This one is much lighter on this other side than this side's darker. Whereas with the purple, you can see somewhat. I mean, on my end, it's much lighter. But you can see the control line on this one. This right here is much darker than the T line here. And before, the T line was much darker. So this is what I mean by it seems that the tests are lightning. That's kind of what my concern was and what my worry was. I mean, they're definitely both still positive for sure, but anyone who has had non-viable pregnancies knows that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's positive. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. But anyways, I have one more and I will record that in the morning. But yeah, this video is getting really, really long here. So I will give you guys a quick rundown of what's going on with our daughter. I was taking photos of her one evening, and that night I went back and looked through the photos and noticed a red flash on one pupil and a white flash on the other. The red flash in the pupil is great. That means it's healthy. That's called the red reflex of your retina. And that's, of course, what they want to see. If you see a white flash in the pupil, that is not good. Basically, long story short, we took her to a basic ophthalmologist, and he did not see a tumor, but he definitely did see white in her pupil, which they call leucorrhea, I believe is how you pronounce that. So Tuesday morning, we have to go to the University of Virginia Hospital to a pediatric ophthalmology specialist where he can do a more in-depth, thorough examination of her eye to make sure that she does not have cancer, which is called retinoblastoma. If she does, it can mean a number of things. Just scary stuff, guys. So, just guys, pray for my girl and pray that she's okay and pray that her eye is okay and that there's no tumor and there's no cancer or anything like that. So yeah, there's a lot going on in our world with this pregnancy issue and being so concerned with our baby girl. So just be thinking about us, guys, and send us a lot of positivity if you can, if you will. But yeah, I will see you guys back in the morning where I will retest with first morning urine and see what we come up with. So as of right now, where we stand is the same place I stood before this video, and that is so utterly confused. We've got one that's really bright, dark, vibrant, on it, strong yes, okay? And then we have another one that's not so much, that's quite a bit lighter. There you go. Now you can see it. Quite a bit lighter. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know what it is right now. But thank you for watching. I appreciate the few views that I have so far on my channel. I hope I have more. Anything you guys would like to see, anything you would like to know, please just let me know and I'll be glad to do it. I don't get to record all the time, but you know, if there's some things you guys would like to see, I would be glad to try to record more. Other than that, you guys have a good one, and I'm sending great vibes and much love to you and yours. So, if you can, subscribe. I'd love to have you guys. Thank you. Bye.